Hey YouTube, so I'm barefaced because I'm going to do another first impressions, and it's not on foundation, it's on concealer. I picked this up at Walmart and this was around $7. I picked it up because it said new and it's a concealer palette, and you guys know I love concealer. So this is in medium tan, and it's by Hard Candy. It says Conceal and Correct palette, and let me just take it out of the packaging. So I got this because I like to conceal, and I've been breaking out a lot since I've been on Ant Flow and stress and all that, so I'm just like, this would be perfect. So first off, this is how it looks. I love the way it looks. It just looks so cute, and I love packaging that, you know, it just looks cute and girly. It just makes it even more cuter and makes you want to buy it. So on the back, it tells you what everything's for, like corrects dark circles, redness relief. It says neutralizes yellow, mix and match to conceal, these three right here. So it's just overall a really cute palette. Okay, so opening up the package, this little film comes right off. So what I always like to do is just keep it up here when it comes to that, so that you can just match it down what goes for what. So it says corrects dark circles and blue undertones, redness relief, brightens and neutralizes yellow tone, mix and match conceal. So these are here, and they do have a little bit of drops on them, like if it's sweating, that's normal. Before I didn't know that, and I had to go on Google and look over it. You don't know how many times I returned concealer that came like this because I seen that it had like water droplets on it, and I was just like, ew, something's wrong. So yeah, so that's okay. So what I want to do is conceal right here the redness and everything that I have going on. Want to conceal some pimples I have, and it's just not going good. Like, I've never had these many breakouts. So I'm gonna grab this green. It feels really creamy, and it's like really pigmented right off the back. At the end of the video, I will have pictures of like all the swatches and stuff, so don't worry about that. So real quick, I'm just gonna conceal right here the redness that I have. It happens, lots of people get red on their nose. I do a lot. I don't know why, but I do. So it seems like it does conceal it. I really want to love this palette. You don't know how many times I've seen people like rave about stuff like this. So it says corrects dark circles and blue undertones, mix and match. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this one right here. It says corrects dark circles and blue undertones, the first one. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do get bags right here. Having 4 kids, that will do it to ya. So I'm just gonna apply that underneath. When I really want to cover something, I like using my fingers. So I kind of look weird right now, but that's okay. So that covered it pretty freaking good, and I look pretty weird right now, but that's fine. We're gonna conceal my whole face, and we're gonna make my face flawless. So let's go ahead and conceal that. Okay, so I do want to conceal all these little specks on my forehead, so I'm gonna go in with this color right here. So far, I'm liking how it's working for me. It does feel kind of oily, but I can work with it. I'm really not that picky when it comes to stuff like that. So going in with the foundation, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl 3-in-1. I love this one. I got this one in Golden Tan, and this is like my 3rd bottle. Like, I really like this stuff. So I'm just going to pump some on my hand. I'm pretty sure I'm like almost done with this one too, because like nothing's coming out. So what we do is we take it out and just wipe it on our face, and no one wants to come out of the pump, because that's okay. I'm going to get every ounce out of ya. Okay. Sorry if that was a little bit too ghetto, but that's what I do. Okay. So now going in with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to go ahead and just pounce this all over my face. Okay, so far around my nose I can see like there's no redness or anything, but but I feel like where I laid down that first color right here, I can kind of see it peeping through. Like the concealer is really sheer, so it's not really covering that much. So that's the first thoughts. So now I'm gonna go in with this lighter shade to conceal underneath my eyes to kind of like highlight it. So let's see if that covers it up. I've been eyeballing this color for the longest. It is kind of oily. I already mentioned that. Some people do like that, some people don't. It really does feel like oil. But that's okay. I feel like once you set it, it kind of just sucks up all the oil, so that's okay. So I'm kind of going to go in with this a little bit heavy, just because I'm going to use the Beauty Blender, and I feel like the Beauty Blender kind of sucks up some of it. So I'm just going to apply this. I want to highlight. Okay. And there you go. Now using this side, I'm going to press it in and blend. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? Mommy sippy cup. Sipper now. Okay. So I do feel like it did kind of conceal and stuff, but always with hard candy, I feel like it creases a lot. And I don't know if it's because it has like a lot of oil, but it always creases on me, and it's like such a bitch because I'm just like, I want to love you. I want to love you. So I'm just like, it kind of sucks. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it real quick and see if that works. I like to use this to really get underneath my eye. And it works awesome. Okay, so I kind of think it kind of worked, and then I kind of think it didn't. I just feel like it kind of is one of those things where it's like, you know. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Even after setting it, it kind of wanted to crease. You guys can tell. Watch. This eye, it's okay, but you can still see like the dark circles, right? I know you guys can. Here, it's like it kind of wanted to crease right here. Like it's like, maybe, but you guys can kind of see the dark. My dark circles. I feel like for hard candy, it being a concealer palette, and hard candy is known for its like Glamouflage concealer, you think that maybe it would cover it. Maybe it would cover it better, you know? So I don't know. I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so I finished my face. I did this look using the Sassy palette. I'll leave the link down below if you guys want to know how to get this makeup look on that awesome palette. So back to the concealer palette. I want to like it, but I don't. I do and I don't. I do like it because I think it's cute. It's convenient having a concealer palette that has like, you know, the green in there to conceal the redness, and for this corrector to conceal like the dark circles and stuff. But I honestly feel like it is just so sheer that it just starts disappearing and it doesn't cover anything, and it creases. So that's a big bummer for me. It creased, and I did try to blend it out with the Beauty Blender after, like just kind of clean it up a little bit, but it still creased. I'll show you guys. Okay, so it still creased right there, and I didn't really cover anything. You guys can see like my black still, my darkness. Let's see. And here, you guys can see right there it creased. So yeah, I feel like it didn't really work. It would probably work for people who don't have a problem with concealers creasing on them. I love hard candy. It's a love and hate relationship I have with hard candy because there's so many things that I love, like their palettes. I love their palettes, but I really don't like their concealers and the foundations. The foundations, there's really nothing for the brown biscuit shade, and for concealers I feel like it's just, it creases and it just doesn't work for me. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody who has a problem with concealer creasing, or who does not like oily concealers. This isn't for you. You're not gonna like it. It's really oily and it creases. So if you're in that category, don't purchase this. Save you moolah and move on to other drugstore concealers. I have a video on my top favorite drugstore concealers that don't crease. I'll link that down below, or I'll leave it here and you can click it. Those options that I have were amazing. Those were my top favorite drugstore concealers that did not crease. That worked amazing. Unfortunately, this cannot be added to that list because it did not work for me and it creased, and the oiliness I could deal with. It was kind of but it creased, and it doesn't cover anything. This is more for people who don't have a lot to cover and who don't have a problem with concealers creasing on them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my first impressions and my thoughts. Leave me a comment down below if it had worked for you, if it doesn't work for you, what your thoughts were on it, if you guys seen a difference or not. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video.